This is Martial Arts Explorer, exploring practical techniques as derived from classical forms of all styles. I'm Scott Combs. Senior Master Instructor Chris Thomas will continue his examination of stances. But first, this email poured in from Will May. It reads in part, "The content is really good and oftentimes takes the traditional training form or technique and then puts a practical spin on it. I think we can all agree that Will's been paying attention." He continues, "I also like how Scott keeps that not stiff approach by spinning to the camera to make it seem more of a natural conversation with the camera. It makes a difference as it creates a more natural feel to the viewer." Wow. Will, you have been paying attention. And you've given me an idea. More spinning to the camera. Here are a couple of test shots. After reviewing the content, our director has decided to, and I quote, "knock that nonsense off right now." From the Kyusho Jitsu Kenkyukai annual gathering in Madison, Wisconsin, Senior Master Instructor Chris Thomas details cat stance.
Most people do cat stance wrong. They learned it like this or something. And the problem is the back knee position, and it puts stress on the knees if you do it wrong. But the best way to learn to do it right is to not have me tell you how to do it, but have your body tell you how to do it. And here's how we do this. So first I'm going to show you everything we're going to do, then you're going to do it. And I'll talk you through it. You start out like this. You stand on one leg, get your balance, but kind of swing this leg like this. See how I'm swinging my leg? Kind of swing your body, sort of turning your body back and forth. And then you just kind of let yourself find a comfortable spot. Right? Now, once you're there, and your body goes to a place it wants to be. Once you're there, then what you do is you bend your support leg. You don't put your foot down. You bend your support leg until you can just set your front foot down. And once you're there, keep sinking. And that's it. Then you're in a cat stance. And then, once you're in that place, then you play. You go, okay, notice the angle of my feet here? Do you see the angle of my feet? Do you notice how they're in like a check mark angle? Then all I do from here is I play. I go, should I maybe be the width of the ball of my foot wider? Or should I maybe turn this just a little bit this way? Right? You play after you find the fundamental position. This is all based, what your body's doing is telling you, oh, this is how the joints go. Be very careful when you're standing on one leg, be careful not to let your knee cave in this way. So you always have to, when you stand on one leg, you have to kind of push out a little bit. Push the knee out just a little bit so you feel that more on the outside edge of your foot than on the arch of your foot. This protects the medial cruciate ligament. Okay, please. Yes, sir.
If you was in a kata, would you have the back foot, would it be like at a 45 degree?
Right, so let's see, what style do you work?
Tai Chi, I do different.
Oh, you do Tai Chi Chuan? Okay, all right. So let's say I'm doing Tai Chi Chuan. And I come off parting the wild horse's mane. So I come parting the wild horse's mane this way. Okay, see the position of that foot? Okay, now I'm going to jump ahead. So now watch me. I'm going to go into playing the guitar. See this position? See it? So yes, 45 degrees. Now, let's say you do Okinawan karate, and the first move in kata pinyan shodan is to turn into a cat stance. The secret is I pivot on the ball of my foot, and I push my heel that way. That's it, cat stance. Boom. And I end up in that spot. Once you know this stance, there's so much you can do with it. We may even do cat stance naihanchi, what I call Nikko naihanchi, just for the heck of it. All right, but on your feet and with me. Start, please, by standing on your left foot and pick up your right foot. And then first just kind of swing your right leg side to side in kind of a big arcing circle. And then let it kind of find its own. It's going to be a place almost right in front of you. And then turn your whole body a little bit side to side, and then let it find its spot. And then just start bending your support leg. Go straight down. Be very careful to go straight down until your foot just touches. Then keep going further. Let your heel float, but keep sinking further until it feels like, I don't think I want to go down any lower than that. And then look at the angles of your feet. Okay? Do you see how, right, and you went, oh man, the muscle's really cramping. That means the muscle is doing the work, not the joint. Some styles say, oh, you don't use muscle strength, you use tendon strength. But what sometimes, and I don't want to argue that one way or the other, but what oftentimes people mean is you're using ligament strength, which is to say you're counting on the thing that's holding your joint together to survive. But it doesn't. That's why people, I mean, even people who do Tai Chi, right? How can you hurt yourself doing Tai Chi? But people get Tai Chi knee. You've heard of Tai Chi Chi? The Tai Chi knee. People get Tai Chi knee, and the reason they get Tai Chi knee is because they don't have the knees in exactly the right position, and even though they're going slow, you do it long enough, you stress the knee, it starts to break down. What we're trying to do is, what is the absolute natural position of the body? That way you can do it forever. I do not believe in repetitive motion injury. Because if there was such a thing as repetitive motion injury, we would all have to have hip replacements in the first 10 years of our lives because we walk all the time. People take 5,000, 10,000 walking steps a day. And if there's a repetitive motion injury, then they should all be suffering from that. No. What a repetitive motion injury is, it's amazing. You can do a move wrong hundreds of times before your body will start to break. Isn't the body amazing? But then people's solution to that is never do more than 20 repetitions at a time. My solution is, no, do 1,000 reps, just make sure they're all correct. Okay? All right, so now you get it on one side, let's do it on the other side. So now you stand on your right leg. Kind of hold your left leg out, swing it in that arcing motion, let it find itself. Kind of turn your body side to side, let it find itself. And then just start bending straight down until your foot lightly touches the floor. Then sink more straight into your foot, into your cat stance. Now, as long as you're standing there, I just want you to play. Try something, just try something. Look at where your front foot is, and then place it so the ball of your front foot, is exactly next to where it is right now. So you're moving it over the width of your foot. And then just kind of play in there for a minute and just see how different that feels. And then go back. And now actually go the other way and feel how that feels a little different because it's all kind of tight. And now go back. And now what I want you to do is take your knee and just kind of turn your foot in. So angle your foot in and draw your knee across center. So it's almost in front of the other leg, but you're still all on this one leg. And then come back. Okay? Knowing to do that stuff is the key to what comes next. Here's what comes next. The next game we play. Patrick! Here's what we do. Your partner's just going to grab you. And this is the threat hand, right? So I just want you to allow this hand to come in like this. Boom. Let your forearm just kind of stop their shoulder. And I just want you to go into a cat stance. Now, what I'm doing is I'm placing my knee inside his knee. And then just squeeze and disrupt his stance. And then, just in the same position, then go the other way. Just come in here, just a little disruption. So you're going da-dunk, 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 right? You're just using the front leg to disrupt your partner's back leg. You do 3 or 4 reps. Then they do this, 3 or 4 reps, then it's their turn. If you're in an incorrect cat stance, and in fact, I'm going to tell you this, but I am not going to demonstrate this. And you front kick with the lead leg, you'll put stress on the inside of your knee. I've gotten so when I show people this, my knee hurts for 3 days. So I'm not going to do that to you. But, you know, the correct cat stance, however, you can front kick without putting any stress on the support knee at all, without moving your upper body at all. Right? I mean, this just doesn't move. Now, part of what that means, now I know that some styles say, well, when you kick, you should drive the hip into it, right? Okay, if all you're doing is kicking, I agree, right? If all you're doing is kicking somebody, then drive your hip into it. But if you've got their finger, Not so much. Which takes us to our next technique. What you're going to do is, guy's reaching in. He's reaching, and I just want you to, and in particular, get the index finger, the large intestine meridian, and drop into a cat stance. The reason is that this is a metal meridian, right? Large intestine's metal meridian. So cat stance has metal quality energy. So I use that metal to enter metal. I'm looking to see who's answering the phone. Is it Rick? That's Rick. Oh yeah, you're mine. All right, so then from here, what I want you to do is front kick. Okay? Understand? Some of you didn't see that, so let me show you again.
Everyone saw that.
Now, by the way, one of the things you can do is a hand pass. Sometimes when you go, oh, it's really hard to just grab a finger, but it's really easy to go like this and give yourself time to get a hold of it. Drop into the cat stance, and then I'll take the pressure off.
Thank you.
Front kick. See? Front kick. So you bang, boom. Can you all see that?
No.
Camera needs to see it again. Right over here, please.
And I need the grimace on his face, too.
That's easy.
That's for Rick.
So the cat stance, notice how I'm not stepping back, I'm stepping forward. By the way, here's just a comment. I watch people do their applications, they'll show me their applications, and if you're struggling with an application ever, try it again and don't step back but step in. And you probably will work then. If it's a good application, just go in, or at least half in, half out, so you go straight down. So I kind of step in here, and then I front kick. See, it's boom. So what I'm doing is I'm striking my knee into the base of his hand as I'm putting on the pressure. Now the object is that they actually meet. So it's all on the way down, and this comes, so that I'm holding it so you can see it. But the idea is we get him going, and then it is on its way down. It's going down, meeting my knee coming up. So you catch it, bang, kick. So you get knee kick. So if you have a kata that does this, that's probably what you're doing. And by the way, it's a one hand, one leg technique. This other hand is still free. I can do more with it. So I'd like you to try that.
As always, if you want to try these techniques at home, use caution. You want to make the technique work, but you don't want to injure your friend, and we're not responsible for any injuries that might occur. Next time, we get to play with kata. We love getting email from you. Send it to explorer@martialartsexplorer.tv. For Martial Arts Explorer and Michael Kleinebeer, I'm Scott Combs.